Hey guys, so you're probably wondering why I'm in my Sweeney Todd cosplay. Well, not entirely. Scarf's right here, and there's the wig obviously. But yeah, the reason for that is because I'm about to film some roleplay that's going to the stage production, which I've been meaning to do for quite a while. That's why I'm dressed like this. You may have seen a picture of another cosplay on Instagram. I'm not going to tell you what it is, you'll have to go onto my Instagram, there'll be a link in the description, as there is on every one of my videos. So go and check that out, and I think so far it's received quite a lot of positive feedback. Took ages to do. I was panicking that some of it would not arrive. I made one part of it. I was panicking that one part wouldn't arrive, and it did, thankfully, so that's good. But back to the video. So this is part 2 of my creative writing series. It's going to be how do you start a novel. So there's a few tips here to starting your novel. 1. Just write. I'm serious. Just whatever idea you get, just fire it down on paper. My first novel, some of my beta readers may be watching this. You're actually reading probably the second or third version, edited wise. I've actually been editing it along the way, obviously before I've sent it to you. Reason being, I read the first draft recently and it was absolutely crap. There's just some parts, I don't even know why I included them, and in fact some of my friends were like, what did you write this for? I mean, they said it was good, but I was sort of thinking, no, it's not. So that's why. So yeah, but just whatever you do, just write it down, get it down on paper, and then you can, now don't think about editing at this point, come back to the editing one. What I would say is wait till your novel's finished. Once you've written a chapter, for example, don't look back at it, just keep going. And then come back to edit it all at the end. 2, this should probably technically be number 1 because I've realised this could be in the wrong order. Read. Read everything. I swear, whatever genre you want to do, read stuff on how do people start their novels. The tip may be start it in the middle of action, but then that can become anticlimactic. I read a book on Tuesday that was dreadful. I couldn't even get past the first chapter. It was just a chapter of dialogue, and you didn't have a clue who was speaking. It was literally just comment after comment after comment. You didn't have a clue who was talking. And then the next chapter opened with dialogue, and then something happened, and I just thought, what the flip's going on? I was so confused. Obviously, some people may like that, but I would just say do not open with dialogue unless you're certain the reader will know who's talking. There are chapters where I would open with dialogue, but I would often state the character after so you know who just said it, or I try to make an indication by the speech patterns who's talking as well. 3. I'd recommend you make a playlist. This will come up again in another video. It can be quite good. This will help you get started. If you think of what mood you might want to do, if you fantasize about your novel before you write it, which I often do, you may want to think about what scenes are going to be in it. You just picture your main things. In that case, I would recommend you make a playlist. I don't think my phone's handy. I will do it in another video. I will show you my playlist. And I've got songs here for like what makes me angry, what makes me upset, what maybe frightens me, what gets me in a really good mood. And I'll maybe play a few examples to give you an idea of, and the idea is then you're getting into your own body, you're getting the emotions down. There's actually only going to be 5 tips hopefully in this. I would say also how to start your novel, and this is probably a very obvious one. Are you going to write it down or are you going to type it? I would say writing it. I love writing it. I don't like using a laptop. I'm editing my novel on a laptop because it's just easier that way. It means I'm not scribbling stuff out. But if you're writing a first draft, or if you maybe don't intend to publish it, I would just write it in a notebook. If you hate writing by hand, then feel free to use it on a laptop. I have loads of stories that I don't intend to publish. They're just for me. So what I do is I just write them in a notebook, and I'll show you a couple of examples here. There's one I have that's from Paper Chase, I think. And there's another one that's from The Works. You can actually see the difference. This one is from The Works and it was about £2. This one was about, I think it was about 10 actually. This one was really expensive, it was about £8. But I would say it doesn't matter. Oh, there's another one in here. This one's also from Paper Chase. That was about £6, I'd say. You don't need to go all out on your notebooks. Don't spend a fortune. Like most of my books are actually from The Works now. In fact, my very first one, where I wrote the first part of my novel, was from Tesco. It was like £2. So I mean, you can go into like a pound shop and buy them for £1, although some of them aren't very good quality. So you just do anything like that, whatever works. And then I would say finally 5, just have fun with it. Just whatever pops into your head. Like I said, this is a throwback onto another tip. Just write down whatever you like. But what you could do is, before you even start your novel, maybe have an idea of what scenes you're going to do, write down your characters. You don't even have to go into big detail at this point, because like I said, it's on your first draft. Just write down, even just, if you want to maybe think of names, just write down some character names. Just write down the names of places. I wrote down the names of places before even describing them. In fact, in the stories I'm writing now, not the ones I intend to publish, I'm just writing down random places, and right now I'm reading them going, where the flip am I? So then I'm going back and describing them. So I think that's the bottom of my day. Just get all your ideas down. I would say the hardest bit about writing a novel is starting it. It's getting those first words down. But once you do, you will find the ideas just start to flow. So that's it, guys. That's all I have for this video. I'm very sorry it's uploading a bit late. Reason being, I was out all day yesterday and I was travelling up here, and it's about 2 hours to get up here. And by the time I got here, I was too tired to film. In fact, I really wanted to film, but I ended up marathoning Game of Thrones. So I hope you can let me off for that. And for those of you who saw my Instagram picture, that cosplay will go up next Friday because I'm doing another one this Friday. I'm filming both of them this week, but the other one will go up next Friday. And I'd just like to apologise for last week. I made a video for explaining on my phone, but it wouldn't upload for some reason. So basically what happened was, when I came home for Easter, I brought my laptop home to edit the videos. I left my charger there. It was actually sitting back there on my desk. So my laptop died in class. I couldn't charge it, so I could film videos no problem, but I couldn't edit them. And then stupidly I forgot to film, so now I'm actually trying to film them all again. So this week is going to be pretty busy. But that's the explanation, guys. I didn't want to just leave you in the dark about it. Once again, I'm really sorry. Hopefully that will not happen again. Stupid mistake on my part. Turns out I'd actually picked it up, put it down and forgotten about it. So once again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Very sorry about last week. And I will see you on Wednesday. Well, I technically won't because I won't be in the video, but I'll see you on Wednesday for the top 10 list. Bye, guys.